in the side. They were so scared because they realized they didn't have a smoke. They were throwing some, not very good flashes, and he was picking them off, and then they didn't pick up the bomb. It was just very, very chaotic, and it seemed like they were not on point individually in those high-pressure situations.
Yeah. There's one key player for me on the Misfits side that didn't really see the show up at all. That was Sick. Like, he's supposed to be one of the upcoming talents of the team, and you'll notice that the players that are...
That spray down in the end. Ugh.
Exactly, right? There's just... You hate to see that. The teams that are operating very well at this event so far, like Cloud9, for example, when you watch their games, all 5 players looking very sharp, and the synergies there, that is a complete opposite of what we're seeing from Misfits right now. Some of the key names aren't turning up at all. You can see, like we saw in the comms there, it's something chaotic. They're not really pumped up at all. It's just trying to manage the insanity that's going on each round, and I feel like they're really struggling in this tournament, and it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what it is. But the CD side, that was okay. Like the 10-5 start, we're looking good there, but then couldn't get into that second half whatsoever. As soon as they lost the pistol, they probably started doubting themselves, thinking, oh no, it's coming in, it's happening, and then there's a huge blunders just didn't help out.
They're good. They just need more experience, right? You get nervous, but you need to get into that scenario where we've been here before, and there's no reason for you to lose your cool. They definitely lost their cool in this game. Avangar didn't. They took advantage of it, and they get now not 1 but 2 more chances, Richard, at the very least, to qualify for the new Legend stage.
Excellent work.
There we go.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. Misfits are out. If Danish CS is a hell of a drug, NACS is a hell of a come down. Anyway, Team Liquid are going to be trying to put that right, and we've got an interview with Zeus, their stand-in and coach.
Hey, Mr. Zeus. First, I just want to touch on the win you had yesterday against Renegades, but it was super, super close. I got scared we would be seeing like a 2016 Liquid or something, but luckily you were able to close it out at the end. What was the team starting to struggle with on the T side?
Once we got to 15-6, we just started making some basic mistakes, and it was all in the small details. One small detail in every round we started costing us. Renegade started with a 1v3 clutch from Nifty, and it just went on, but luckily ELEAGUE and Twist were able to bail us out in that last round.
Well, still a win is a win, and overall Team Liquid at this ELEAGUE major has been doing better than I think some people might have expected given the stand-in situation, and even the one loss you guys had against FaZe was really close, 14-16, so are you guys surprised at all by how well it's going or no?
I wouldn't say surprised. We came in with no expectations, and it's been doing pretty well. We still felt pretty sad that we lost to FaZe because we had control of the match. But it's been a nice run so far. We've had our struggles since it's not a team. It would have been nice to have Steel here, and we feel sorry for him. Love you, Steel, bro. But hopefully we'll make it out and honor him like that.
Well, now it's day 4, and you're going to be going up against the notorious Vega Squadron. Yesterday, at the situation of being 2-0, they even almost took down G2. So what are your thoughts on their aggressive play style?
Vega, I've tried to watch them play. That is insane. These kids are... I'm proud of them even not knowing them because what they're doing here is quite fascinating. It's going to be a tough match for sure. I don't know much what to think. It's hard, but we took them before at Epicenter. Hopefully we can do it again today and qualify for the major.
Sounds good. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Right then, Henry, Team Liquid with a stand-in.
Yeah.
Been looking pretty good, all things considered.
I wasn't believing going into this tournament. Right?
Me either.
They're actually looking pretty fantastic, Rich. All things considered, the fact that he mentioned 16-14 against one of the world's absolute best, winning some big games here as well. I actually think they could do this today. Like, Vega Squadron being the main talking point of this entire tournament so far. But I feel like the way Nitro is playing right now, Twist is looking fantastic, and Zeus is doing exactly what he has to, in the sense that he's dropping weapons when he has to. He's getting one frag. That's what he's aiming for, right? He's just making sure he plays calculated CS. Nothing too aggressive. Just hide in the positions where he can get 1 kills, back of his teammates, watch for the flanks, and just do everything he can to be that classic support player. And he's doing a fantastic role there, and obviously helping out with the in-game leading side of things, which he can do as he has much more experience doing that department, and now he has full control and help Nitro out especially.
It's a very interesting way the Zeus has been playing. Half of his kills are with the CZ. I like it because a lot of times people point out to the weaker player on the team. They're like, yeah, he's the support. He is the support. Like, it's
no, literally.
Purest
financial support as well.
Dropping guns, being the bait for his teammates, and that's why they're able to put themselves in positions to win games, right? He really does everything for the stars to shine. Nitro has emerged as a star of the team for this particular tournament, having a blinder of a tournament, and that gives you hope for Liquid. Despite the whole stand-in situation, the rest of the team has enough firepower to carry them through some of these games. The question is, how far can they actually go?
And it's got to be said, Yanko, they probably were hoping to dodge Vega Squadron. I think a lot of people are right now, because this is a team, and you heard it from Zeus himself, you know, he's proud even though he doesn't know them. Like, he just blown away by how good they've played.
I think they have been very good, but to an extent deceptively good, right? In a sense that that game versus Renegades, the first one they won, Renegades making a lot of mistakes. Then the game against G2 that they ended up losing, sure, they were starting to mount a great comeback, but you know G2, they can get complacent. Vega was playing a very gambly style during that comeback. They were getting all the reads, right? That's a situation where you flip the coin. If you get the read, you're winning the round. If not, it's very difficult to you know, come back into that round. So obviously the game against FaZe being the outlier, how they dominated them on that map. But I believe that their style is a bit specific and distinctive. And I have faith in Zeus, first and foremost, that he is going to be able to game plan properly against this.
He
Vegas
was out of here like a shot. As soon as that draw happened, he was straight out
board,
to the drawing board. Absolutely. Now, Henry, look, I will say this in regards to Vega Squadron. You're dead inside. You don't get very excited about anything anymore.
Yeah, that's common knowledge.
Yeah, everyone knows that. But you've actually had flickers of life and been excited about Vega Squadron, haven't you?
I just feel like the brand of Counter-Strike they're presenting at this tournament is exciting. It's very unique. I don't think many teams can replicate what they're doing right now, especially on the CT side. Every interview you've heard so far of people that have played against them is just like that aggressive Counter-Strike. Sure, a lot of teams have aggressive tactics in the book, but not as many as these guys have. It's not even so much methodical, pre-planned stuff. It's just like they're confident when they hear a sound cue or they've got an opportunity to throw a flashbang and get stuck in, they'll take it every single time. And that's what's fascinating about them, that they make it work. Like, a lot of teams would be scared to do that. They'll think about, oh, if I die here, what's the consequence of my action? But the way they're playing, players like JR, the confidence they're having, and Hutji especially, I feel like they're just hitting every single shot. They've got a lot of talent and firepower within this unit, and a lot of people are scared of them. And I think in this sort of environment where we talk about the Swiss format being so brutal, maybe they have a confidence factor that some other teams don't have.
Well, go on.
I feel something that we've neglected a little bit is the fact how long have these guys actually been together. It's since October 2016, so that's a year and a half almost that they've had the same roster. And they actually, JR pointed out in an interview, well, one of the reasons why we're so aggressive is because we're so comfortable at playing like retakes and clutch rounds. So for us, the worst situation to be in is probably 5v5, where everyone is alive. So we are fine with, you know, trading, even if we're CT, having a 4v4 or a 3v3. And, you know, sometimes people get flustered by their aggressive style. Just to touch on that a little bit, like the way you answer that is either with aggression of your own, you take the head-on fight, or you just slow things down a little bit, wait for them to overextend, which I don't like, because I don't ever want to be the one reacting to what your opponent is doing. You want to be the one taking the game to them.
Well, here's an interesting piece of information.
Oh, here we go.
We started the show by pointing out that the teams yesterday that picked the map invariably lost. There was 1 and 7. Well, Team Liquid have actually, they could have picked the map, and they opted out. They said, we don't want to.
Okay.
We don't want to pick the map. So Vega got to choose. They chose Mirage.
Ooh, again.
And Team Liquid get the start on that CT side. So Henry, you know, process that for me.
I think Mirage is a great pick for Vega Squadron. It lends itself to the attributes they have available. It's one of the maps where the CT forces do have a lot of options to push up at the very start. The problem is, like Yanko pointed out, Zeus is to be very aware of that. There are a lot of counters you can do to aggressive play on the CT side, especially on the T side. You can hold up. You can actually dictate the pace of the round by holding right back on the T side. You can hold defensive angles, the AWPs. You can do set pieces at the very start to avoid their plays. But I think it's a good pick for both teams. Like, both these teams very comfortable on this map. Maybe not so much with Zeus and Alliance, but he normally plays towards that B bomb side, correct? And he could just aim for 1 kill, hiding behind the bench by the van, and it's a position where you can get 1 or 2 kills. I feel like they'll be comfortable with this one, and it should be a fantastic game, actually. This should go all the way. But I think I did actually opt for Liquid in this one.
Are you going to stick with it now you've seen the veto?
I'm not sure. It's such a... I think this is a bit of a coin flip. I feel like Vega Squadron have more firepower available than all things considered, but if Nitro can perform like he did yesterday, I think that could be enough. So I'll stick with Liquid, I think.
All right. Yanko?
Yeah, I have Liquid as well. The way they play T-side, very explosive, grouped up together, and that's a great counter to Vega's CT-side aggression.
All right, well, thanks a lot. We are going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to find out who's going to be next to hit 3 wins. Will it be the Sharks of Vega Squadron or the Horses of Team Liquid? We'll find out after the break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here with the Boost Mobile casting desk. I've got Moses by my side. Won again, Moses.
Yeah.
Against everybody's predictions.
It's becoming a pretty consistent thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
This one hurts, though. This one was tough, Liquid versus Vega for me, though. I didn't like having to choose between these two teams, of all the teams here.
But it's not the real Liquid, is it? Doesn't that...
That was kind of the selling point for me,
Yeah.
is, it's, Zeus is in. I don't know if he'll be able to handle Vega. I don't think you can get away, with the way this team has been playing so far, I don't know if you can get away with having a player whose entire goal is to kind of be the bank and drop some guns over and using CZ for the primarily of the game. It's just one of those situations, isn't it?
We are going to find out. Vega Squadron versus Team Liquid here. Match number 2 of day number 4. And this is a winner's match. So winner gets to go through, make it on to the primary stage, and that's going to be exciting. Hutchie just jumping right in with a Glock. I mean, why not at this point? Flashbang behind him. Smoke on the connector. Twist will take him down. That is a good start. More headshots coming in. Mir will finally get one in return. They're on the site, but they don't really have control. JDM is there with a headshot. ELEAGUE to follow it up, and there will be no bomb plant. Team Liquid crushing that offense.
I'd like to switch my prediction.
It's too late, man.
That was a bit wild. That was a bit crazy. Just a straight-up rush towards the A bomb site, not even really spending time throwing any utility. CT spawn not blocked off at all, and Twist. This is something they're going to have to... No, actually, excuse me, it looks like connector is smoked off, but they're going to have to realize Twist loves playing inside the bomb site. He's going to be there quite frequently, so when they go to A, they can't just nonchalantly peer towards catwalk, peer towards jungle, peer towards connector.
Yeah.
They have to be very, very mindful that he loves that bomb site.
We do have Eagles, P250, C said, and a scout here, so don't want to be too careless. JDM. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Shot to the face.
Listen to the man.
Mia able to pick up that kill, which is a good start. Still up to go.
Critically as well, it's put Kashander in good position in connector. If he decides to be aggressive, and even if he finds a good timing, he can just sneak right towards jungle. That's why ELEAGUE, you see on the minimap, he's backing out of window room completely. He knows that it's all down to timing at that point. But that position in the middle of the map can be so effective that Kashander is in. So Liquid's going to split. They're going to do 2 towards A, 2 towards the B bomb site. The A player is obviously playing towards CT spawn. And here's a crazy thing, Anders. The bomb has been dropped back towards T-spawn, and no one seems to realize it yet.
I'm guessing JR is going to be the one to go and pick it up, but I was worried for a little while because they could have the A bomb site very soon. They're already pushing in. Kashander trying to see if he can check out every corner. Just right in his face. Almost goes down. In fact, will go down. Follow-up headshot from Mir. Chopper to win against the Legion. Suddenly, things are looking very rough indeed here. Chopper going to steal the UMP, and he's going to play close range. Flashbang doesn't really catch him, and now Suits is the last one left. He goes down. Chopper with a brilliant triple kill on the round, down to 7 health. And Vega pick up the following round. That is frustrating if you're Liquid.
Yeah, that one hurts. I mean, great shot. You could just see the one mistake, the death by JDM in the window room, re-peeking when he knows they're top mid, feeling confident with the scout, gets dropped by a default, and then because there's no mid presence, Vega Squadron's allowed to easily get a player in connector. They're allowed to go from there, get into window room. They're allowed to have a free avenue into the A bomb site. They gain so much ground without Liquid knowing. They're able to get a couple fortunate kills. Spin things around after that pistol. So scout onto JR, 1 MAC-10 on Kashander. Rifles on the others. Salvaged FAMAS as well. They have mid control. They're at top mid. So JDM and Nitro look like they're going to be on catwalk. Zeus towards the B bomb site. ELEAGUE window, and again a retake towards the A site.
I kind of wished, because Liquid have picked up those 2 flashbangs, that they would go for one of those mid crunchers. I really like those where you have, 102 connector, 102 window, 102